Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Reverend Valerie Love. Congratulations for being here. Tarot and Your Money 78-day challenge. We have arrived at the Chariot. Key numbered 7. How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? I am happy, 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 happy you're here. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're coming on board for your soul's unfoldment. I'm happy you're standing in the fullness of who you really are. I'm happy that you're on this journey with us. You're loved. You are appreciated. Happy full moon. Happy Friday the 13th. Hey, Aurora Day. How you loving? Hey, Queen V. Jessica. Priestess Rena, the Tesco employee who started, what does it say? The Tesco employee who started working at, I don't see the rest of it. Kevin Well, hello. Hey, you love it. Woohoo. Oh, you love the head wrap? Thank you so much, Aurora Day. And I put jewels on here and here and here. I just went ham with the jewels today. You'll see them on Instagram. If you follow my Instagram, you'll see them on Instagram today. OMG. And look below the vid and you'll see my Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. We love purple over here. Come on, Kevin Wealth. And look at the choker. I got this from Salem, Mass, baby. Hello. And look at the lips. NYX. I did a little NYX for you. You look amazing. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. Come on, Centrally. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's purple. Okay, that's cute. Thank you, Kevin Wealth. Kevin said it, so it must be true. How about we do a filter? Do you want to do a filter? Because the other day we did Crush, because y'all loved Crush. Do y'all want to do a filter? I like filters. I mean, we could not do a filter too. Okay, let's go with either Dream. This is Dream. Got me wanting to wrap a head wrap. Oh, come on now, Central A, do it. This is Dream. Dreams, look at Dream. Let's do Dream. Because this is Friday the 13th and the full moon. Is Dream okay? Do y'all like Dream? Tell me if y'all like Dream. I've changed my names 4 times. Oh, so you don't remember me. Oh, wait a minute. Yes. Come on, Catherine. It looks magical. Look how my hands are. Oh, yeah, we doing magic. Dream. Dream it is. Dream it. I love this. Ooh, wow, look at that. Yes, dream. Woo! Y'all done made a witch happy today. Come on, Teresa. Your energy today is giving me light. Come on, Teresa. You know how we do. You know how we do. Dream is always amazing. Yes, Shaquana. Oh my God. Purpose Speaks. Thank you for being a member of the channel Purpose Speaks. And for anyone who doesn't know how to be a channel member, you can be a member of the channel, support the channel for $4.99 per month right here on YouTube. It is so beautiful. I love, love, love our channel members. I'm so appreciative of our channel members. Love, learning the tarot. Yay. I love it. So if you have an Android, right below the channel, it's going to say join. If you're on a desktop, it's going to say join. If you're on an iPhone, you may not see the join button. You may have to go to a laptop. Okay, pull out your your MacBook Pro or MacBook Air or whatever you're working with. Love the fluorescent colors. Hey, this is Dream. This is the Dream Filter Universal Faith. How you loving? We're doing magic today for the full moon. Filter going kaleidoscope vibes. I know that's right. Okay. Come on, Stacy. Stacy is with us in the world. Purpose, I freaking love you. I saw your picture the other day on Facebook. I was like, whoa, I can see a change is happening over there. Purpose is with us in the wellness vortex. And the wellness vortex is a powerful, powerful, powerful gathering of souls. We have been having a ball in the wellness vortex. You usually don't catch us live, Purpose. I'm so happy you are here. I saw your picture on Facebook the other day and I was lifted by seeing your picture. I could tell. It looks like when you're about at, let's see, what does it say? It looks like when you're about it. Black out this filter. Oh, okay. I could tell something was happening. I could see it in your face. I could see it in the picture. Because you know I read energy anyway. I was like, oh my. Lovely. Get your life purpose. Get your life. Okay? That's all I can say. Get your whole life. All right, let's pray. And then we're going to dive into the chariot. Oh, wow. Did y'all see how the chariot came up? Look at this. Whoa. Oh, my God. Y'all giving me life today. Okay, it's the full moon tonight, and it's Friday the 13th. Come on, let's pray. Deep breath. If you're with us in the recording experience, if you're with us, whatever you are with us, it's your now, baby. It is happening now. So you're tapping into the energy and the vibration that we are choosing to come together and share now. Breathe. Release. 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 Precious Spirit, the one source, life, God, Goddess I am, the true self of all selves, the one life, the mystery, the all in all, the breath we breathe, the life we're living. It's life's God. And in the knowing of oneness with the divine, oneness with God, oneness with all that is, oneness with the one, a word goes forth. And this word that goes forth is an enduring word of love and that which is eternal. We place our focus on that which is eternal, this now, love, life, power, beauty, and all that is not eternal, that is ever changing, we have no attachment to. Thank you, God. And we are solidly knowing that from the fifth dimensional vortex of self, we easily command the third dimension. We easily rule all that is in our kingdom and empire to rule from the fourth, fifth dimensional consciousness. The third dimension is easy when we're operating from the fourth and fifth dimensions. Hallelujah. Thank you, God. And so now this word that draws us all up higher, the word from Christ that said, as I be lifted up, I draw all men unto me. We all now speak this word that as I be lifted up, wherever we may be, in the supermarket, as I be lifted up, I draw all men, all women unto me. As I be lifted up, driving on the road, I draw all into a higher consciousness. As I be lifted up, as one of us be lifted up, we draw all up. And for this we give extreme thanks. that we're in this together as one, and we release this word of oneness and unity and beauty and focus on that which is eternal to the law, knowing that the law returns to us the like in beautiful, wonderful, miraculous ways. Oh, we're so thankful. We give thanks. And we let go of what we think it should look like. We let go of who we think we should look like. We let go of what we think it should be. And we allow. And we accept. And we align. Hallelujah. Amen. Ashe. So mote it be. Our prayer expands our consciousness to understand that we are not living a life alone. And so imagine now your wonderful, wealthy life. This is our meditative space. Imagine your wonderful, wealthy life. Imagine your life where all your money requirements have already been fulfilled, because that's your life now. You already have it. Imagine your life now where everything is paid and everything is paid off. Yes, this is your life. Imagine your life where money comes to you very easily in a divine flow. This is your life. And imagine and know that even now you have access to all the riches and beauty of the universe. This is your life. Right now. Right here. And sink deeply into the right here, the right now moment where all is well, everything is working out perfectly, and there is no need, there's no want, there simply is the fullness of being right here, right now. Yes, this is your life, and it's beautiful, and it's wonderful, and it's abundant, and it's rich, and it's prosperous, and you are all. Therefore, you naturally have all. So in this life, there is no greed, there's no worry, there's no fear, there's no guilt, there's no lack, there's no limitation, there's no hurrying, there's no rushing, there's no wondering, there's no doubting. There's no jealousy, there's no tension, there's no insecurity, there's no strife. All these have been banished from your consciousness. There's no shame, there's no littleness, there's no hiding, there's no cowardice, there's no delaying, there's no hesitation, there's no procrastination, there's no confusion, there's no wandering around in the dark not knowing what to do. There's none of that. It's all been banished and released in this full moon energy. We bring all these things to a fullness in the full moon energy. Breathe and bring it to a fullness and completion, and let the cosmos take out the trash. Today is full moon. Is the cosmic trash day. You can take out the trash today. It's like you do at home. You take out the trash. Same thing cosmically, as above, so below. Just take out the trash today. Just give it all to the full moon, because the full moon is going to dissipate all of this in this beautiful energy. And it is no more. You've brought it to a fullness and a completion, and it is gone. And in the void, we invite love, the fullness of love, love and all its varied, beautiful children. The children of love, peace, peace of mind, joy, beauty, bliss, creativity, inspiration, knowing what to do, powerful vision, confidence, surety, certainty, creativity, expression, sharing, truth, aliveness, adventure, prosperity, riches, abundance, wealth, luxury, opulence. Woo, abundance, elegance, excellence, opulence. Woo, yes. Fill up with all these after you've taken out the cosmic trash. Thank you for the clearing and the freshen filling. Breathe, and on this vibration that we maintain throughout this masterclass, throughout this tarot masterclass, we hold this very high vibration, fourth, fifth dimensional consciousness here on YouTube for everyone on YouTube and beyond in all countries. And we hold this fourth, fifth dimensional consciousness, touching and agreeing with our enlightened ancestors, our angels, our spirit guides, animal totems, all the spirit help we have. We touch and agree that all is well. Yes. Divine perfection rules supreme here. Breathe and feel this meditative space. Feel yourself new. Something new about me. Feel it. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes by looking down first and raising your gaze. Slowly, slowly, slowly raise your gaze. And be thankful. Yes. Yes, Spirit. Yes. Yes, yes. Today we have the Chariot. And today the filter that is on is the dream filter. So if you're seeing things sort of spectrally, sort of like at the end of an ayahuasca experience, you're still spectral. Your hands are doing this anyway. Look how my hand is disappearing. Don't you love that? At the end of an ayahuasca experience, before I'm all the way back, I call it being spectral. Like your hand goes like this and it's like 20 hands. You have to go with us to Peru so you can experience Mother Ayahuasca yourself if she's calling you from the Amazon. All right, let's go to, let's hear this, let's see this comment. You said breath, and it was connection, it stopped. You said breath. Breath, 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 breath. Yes? Okay, breath. We went into our meditation, our prayer and our meditation. This is the Tarot and Your Money 78-day challenge. This is the masterclass in tarot. This is where we deep dive into the symbology and the meaning of the tarot as it relates to your warp speed. WARP, wealth, abundance, riches, and prosperity. Yes, that's what we're doing here. Every day, Monday through Friday, 12 noon, off on weekends, and off when Reverend Val is away, which is quite often. I am Reverend Valerie Love, also known as KAISI. Let's dive into the Chariot. As we know, we have been asking for one word for the Chariot. One word. And if you get your wealth grimoire, where we make notes, we have that one word for today. And here are our other one words for each card in this masterclass. Go to the beginning of this playlist and watch each one in succession for the continuity, integration, ascension. And I promise you, by the time you finish this series, you will know exactly why you are where you are with your money, why you are where you are with your money, and you will know exactly what to do about it. Today's word with the Chariot. Ooh, one of my jewels just fell off. Did you see that? The word today is victory. 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 Write it out. Victory. So get your wealth grimoire. Key numbered 7. The Chariot. The word is victory. Okay, for the other words, go to each day and you will see the word of the day. Okay, let us go into the symbology of the Chariot. Why do we say victory? Victory. First, let's dive into the symbology. 7, the number of perfection and completion. This is the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Wow, it was invisible for a second. Wow. This is the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. The giant deck that I use in teaching at the mystery school, by the way, you can, earlier today, I looked up the tarot birth cards for today. It's a tower in the chariot. Woo! To me a B, I know that's right. Hey, love, how you loving? How you loving? We have the dream filter on today, so we're doing magic in the filter. So we have the chariot. First, let's look at the symbology. 7, the number of perfection and completion. We have a gentleman, or we don't know if it's a male or a female, seems like it could be a male, with a crown, stars, riding a chariot, going to somewhere, holding a baton. And in the front of the chariot, there are 2 sphinx. A sphinx to the right of the card is the white sphinx. The sphinx to the, I apologize, right, if you're looking at it, it's on the right. If you're looking at it, it's on the left, is the black. Yin and yang, light and dark. Your hidden self, which is the shadow self, represented by the black sphinx, not bad, simply the moon. Your light self is the sun, sun, moon. One's not bad or good, simply different. The chariot has, it is said, overcome duality. It is no longer pinging back and forth between light and dark, the duality we've been speaking of over the last couple of days. It's no longer pinging back and forth between thought and emotion. It is centered and it is going direct and it is in victory. Dr. Madeline, how you loving? How you loving, Dr. Madeline? You loving the filter? We're using the dream filter today. Now, let's go further. There are wings. Now this is, oh, thank you. The head wrap, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, these are alchemical symbols. We see the wings, and the wings are very, Diane! Oh my God! From Canada, Diane, it's so good to see you. Hugs, oh my God. Oh, I got the God bumps. So good to see you, so good to see you. Now, we have the alchemical symbols, which tells us that the chariot could be an alchemist. He also has the moon. Do you see the phases of the moon on his tunic? You may also see a face there. Not very easy to see, but sort of a face here and a face here. So we have the moon cycles right here. We have the stars. This is cosmic nod to astrology, of course. Now, he reminds me a little bit of Mercury. And why do we call this victory? We call this victory because the meaning or the energy of the chariot is your direction. You have your vision. You know where you're going. You're marching triumphantly forward. It's triumph. It's succeeding. It's accomplishment. That's why we call it victory. It's the victory card. And what does victory come from? It comes from clarity of purpose, knowing where you're going. Do you see his eyes are straight ahead and they're fixed? You see, here's where people lose power. Doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, 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 a little bit of that. No focus. You see, when you focus your energy, just like the sun in nature, when the sun is beaming bright all over the leaves, all the leaves are warm. That's nice. You don't have a fire, you have warm. When you take all the sun's beams, yes, Dr. Madeline, and you focus it through a magnifying glass onto some kindling, then pow, you have a fire. So this diffusion of energy that many people have and suffer from, they suffer from low attention span. Can't focus on. Scientists tell us that our attention span is now the attention span of a goldfish. We can't focus for more than 7 seconds. People can't even watch a video that's more than 3 seconds. That every time you look at it, every 7 seconds it has to scene change, because that's the only way it can hold your attention. That shit gets on my fucking nerves when I'm watching something every 7 seconds the scene changes, because that's just instilling in your brain non-stillness. You want to be able to be still and know. You want to be able to focus. That's right. Fixed on course until successful. Focus. Focus. That's right. Fixed on commitment. And what I say, I love that one, firmly on course until successful. I say fixed on commitment until successful because a commitment is required. And I love both of them, Diane. I love that because look at him. He's committed. He's focused. He's forward moving. He has left the village. Does everybody see the village in the background? Town. There's a town there. We don't know where he's going, but we do know he's outside of the town. He's struck out. He's on the hero's journey. Now, if we were to look at the fool, as the fool is proceeding on this incredible procession, if the fool is the hero, which the fool is the hero, that's you on your hero's journey. The first stop the fool made was at the magician so that the fool could understand its power. That's what the magician got to teach the fool. Right? Isn't that beautiful? Do you love it, Diane? Yay! We're supporting each other. I love it. And then after the magician, the fool went to the high priestess so that he could get the spiritual secrets to the universe and he could understand the great spiritual unconscious, because you can't just use power any old kind of way. We want power along with wisdom. Then the fool went to the empress and saw that this is an abundant universe and you're always supported on your hero's journey. Right? Hey, oh, your birth card, Luna, yes! We did one of my birth cards yesterday, actually day before yesterday, the emperor. Then the fool went to the emperor, and the emperor taught the fool to sit on your throne, rule your whole empire, have things in order, be ordered in the universe. Then the fool went to the Hierophant and got some learning on how things are done in ritual and in systems. Then the fool went to the lovers yesterday and saw the duality and the folly of duality and how to come into oneness. Now the fool is with the chariot. And what is the fool learning? From the chariot, the fool is learning how to be victorious through your clarity and your vision and your certainty and your forward movement. How to become victorious. Don't you want to become victorious in your world and in your life? Here's what I received yesterday on why a lot of people don't have money. Are you ready for this? Please put in the chat. Ready, ready, ready. How do I find my birth cards? Ooh, yeah. Essentially, good thing you don't have to do math to do your birth cards. You can Google it, birth card tarot, birth card pairs, or tarot birth cards, and it will take you to the tarot school. And the reason I say Google it is because it will take you right to that page where it has a calculator and you put in your date of birth and it'll calculate your tarot birth cards for you. Beautiful. I love your card revelations. Woo, come on, come on. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. Please write this in your wealth grimoire. I wrote it in my journal. You're welcome. Most people's consciousness is a swamp and not a river. I'm going to say it again. Most people's consciousness is a swamp and not a river. You see, river consciousness and swamp consciousness, two different things. What's the nature of a swamp? Dead, stagnant, mosquitoes flying over the top, stinking because it has no outlet. So it's just festering. Stuff just festers. Swamp. Whereas if you had river consciousness, can anything be stuck in the river? No. Why? Because the river's flowing. It's flowing. Is a river ever needing or wanting for anything? No, because it's always a continuous flow. A continuous flow. Is the river ever asking for anything? No, the river is being. The river is flowing. Most rivers, you could dive in and you could swim, no problem. Why? Because it's continuously being cleaned because of the flow and the movement of the river. It's going over rocks. It's casting off things as it goes. Many rivers are clean. You could swim in a river. Who's gonna dive into a swamp and start doing a breaststroke, backstroke in a swamp? I don't think so. You see, and so you take this swamp consciousness with you into a relationship, but you don't know you're a swamp. But if we looked and peeled back your head, you're outside, and we looked inside you, we would see swamp consciousness because you didn't create inflow and outflow. You didn't create a way to clear yourself of all that stuff continuously. I mean continuously, clearing yourself of all hurts and old wounds and broken hearts and all the old things that happened to you, just clearing it out. Continuous stream of fresh energy. That's river. River is continuous fresh energy. And everything grows by the river. And you take this swamp consciousness and you try to get into a relationship, likely with another swamp. How long before both of you are drowning in some nasty shit? How long? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam, here goes the first big blow up. Man, we weren't even off the first, second, or third, in maybe 3 months, maybe 2, maybe 2 hours. And all of a sudden, and then people come to me, KAISI, why does this keep happening to me? As Mama Ia says, Reverend Dr. Yala Van saying, go look in the mirror and slap the first person you see. And we don't say this to blame self. Never blame self. Never make yourself wrong. Never, ever, ever. Simply love yourself enough to know that you've got to feed your own love. You've got to feed your own happiness. You've got to feed your own commitment, your contentment. You've got to make yourself joyful on the inside. And you've got to get that river flowing. And that flow of the river cleanses and clears. And you feel happy and divine. And 2 rivers meeting up. Oh, baby, it's a party. What happens when 2 rivers intersect? It gets stronger going to the ocean, to the oneness. Stronger. 2 river currents coming together. Shoom. Come on. Thank you, Mother KAISI. You gave me the strength itself. Yes. It's inside. It's inside. It's inside of you. All of it is inside you. So make up your mind to turn yourself into a beautiful river flowing. Nothing gets stuck in the river. It's just going to keep flowing. Somebody throws something into the river, into your river, something trashy. Who cares? It's flowing. It's going to flow. It's going to flow out. It's got an outlet. Maybe it's going to get caught up somewhere down river. It's going to get tossed on the side of the shore or something like that. It's not going to just sit stagnant in the swamp. You toss something into a swamp, it's sitting right there. Do not let people come along and toss things into your swamp of life. Do not. Okay? Now, if we have a little buffering, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off our filter for a moment, because sometimes what happens is we have buffering because of the filter. Tell me if it's still buffering now. Tell me if it's still buffering now, or if it is clear. Tell me what you see. Before we go into the other 4 decks, we work with 5 decks here. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. Is it clear? All clear. It's good. Okay, good, Kevin. Now, let's go to the Chariot and the 5 decks that we use. Oh, no buffering on your end? Okay, very good. Clear, Dr. Madeline, thank you. Let's go to the Also, that is Zaire. You know Zaire. Full moon. How do we become rivers? Good question. Thank you for the full moon. Money in the vortex. a billionfold return to you. And guess what? It's Friday the 13th too. Lucky, lucky, lucky 13. I was born under the number 22-4. I'm a 22-4, which is also 13. This is my day, baby. All right. How do you become a river? Meditate, 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 meditate. Turn within. Meditate. If you can't meditate, and meditate means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. This is what I call meditation. Stop the monkey mind. That's all meditation is to me. You just stop the monkey mind. So with those 10 deep breaths, maybe you're not thinking quite as much. It's a practice, a practice, a practice. Perhaps you're swimming, and as you're swimming, you're not thinking about what to do. See, the mind will take you into hysteria. That's why A Course in Miracles calls the egoic mind insane, right? There is a part of me that is insane, okay? Don't listen to that part of self. Don't listen to that part. That's the whole problem. Whenever we have a problem, we listen to the part of our mind that is insane. The fearful parts of my mind, the parts of my mind that are thinking attack and defense, the parts of my mind that want to try to, so I have a fixed goal. No, meditation has nothing to do with a fixed goal. Let's go a little deeper into it. The parts of my mind that want to attack, the parts of my mind that feel attacked, the parts of my mind that make up insecurities, the parts of my mind that make up somebody's better than me or I'm better than them. All of this, the parts of the mind. We call this the egoic mind, the surface mind, the mind that only knows the 5 senses. That's all it can read. That's all it knows. It doesn't know anything more, so it can't do anything more. The beauty of it is that in truth, that is only 1% of your mind. The other 99% of your mind is divine mind, God. But most of the time, we can't get to the God mind, which is the river, by the way. We can't get to the God mind because the 1% is so loud and the 99% is the still small voice. The still small voice. But the 1%, oh my God, you ain't got enough money. Oh my God, this is bad. Oh my God, what you gonna do? Oh Lord, what if this and that? That's the 1%. But it's so loud that we take it for real. We think all that crazy shit is telling us is real, and none of it is real. None of it is real. The only real thing is that which lasts forever, that which is enduring forever. The 99%. You know what I'm talking about? You know that part of your mind that's just, you know what part of the mind it is? It's the part of your mind that has arguments with people that are not there, and you are giving the retort of what they're going to say. Well, so-and-so and so-and-so. And then they're going to say, da-da-da-da-da, and I'm going to say, da-da-da-da-da. Have you ever had full-blown arguments or even just conversations with people in your own head and the person is not even here? That's insane. That's what we're talking about here. That's insane. What about the part of your mind that has a running commentary on everyone and everything? Oh, they shouldn't be doing that. Oh, he shouldn't have done that. Man, I shouldn't have done that. Oh my God, why are they doing that? Oh, what are they doing? Oh, what are they doing? Oh, what's that? Oh, what are they wearing? Oh my God, I would never do that. Ew, you eat that? That's that surface insane mind. That's always judging, comparing, and being afraid of something and trying to attack something because it's afraid. That's all. All you get to do is just know we have that part of the mind, and then to go deeper. Meditation is going beyond that monkey mind to reality. Reality is your consciousness without the constant chatter of that mind. That's all. Reality. Reality is the all. Cannot be described in words. You touch reality when you go deeper than that surface. It's almost like the ocean. You know how the ocean just waves, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Have you ever noticed when you go all the way down to the bottom of the ocean, it's as dark and as still as anything? There's no waves at the bottom of the ocean, people. All waves are happening on the top. That's the waves of your consciousness, just always waving. This way, that way. First you love somebody, then you hate them, blah, 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 blah. But underneath that, deeper and deeper still, is the real ground of all life, is the truth, is reality. And you just want to touch your consciousness on reality as much as possible, and then you'll stop believing lies. The conscious mind will loosen its grip on your whole thought pattern. And you'll begin to see that there's something larger going on in this whole universe. Let's call it God, life, love, Buddha, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really care because it doesn't really have a name. It's beyond all names. This is what's real. So all we could say is that meditation is putting you in touch with what is real. Meditation is simply you to returning home to your right mind, to your real mind. Now, you don't have to sit in a meditation pose with your legs crossed like a yogi to try to meditate, because I see people do that and they're still not meditating. They're just thinking a little bit less, which is still better. That's not meditating. You could be dancing and meditate. There's a dance. I dance. I go to the dance studio a couple of times a week. I'm in a dance academy. And for me, dancing is meditation. Maybe cooking is meditation. Maybe lovemaking is meditation. Now, you can't make love all the time. Maybe you could. That would be a great life. But hey, you might have to come up for air sometime, right? For some people, running is a meditation. For some people, yoga is a meditation. I do yoga every morning. That's a meditation, right? And we don't mean yoga that you have to twist yourself into 29 pretzels. Yoga means union. Anything that brings you into union. See, the ego is about separation. Singing is your meditation. I love it centrally. Separation is the song of the ego. So, and we're not calling the ego bad. It's just fearful. That's all. It's not bad. There's something wrong with it. Don't think something's wrong with it and you have to kill the ego, or I'm so bad because I have this ego, or I want to ascend my ego. So what? I find personally that the ego provides quite a bit of entertainment. If you just watch your, oh man, just watch your thoughts like, oh damn, you just tried to scare the living bejesus out of me. You just tried to scare the bejesus out of me. And you see that you're doing that in your own mind. This week I scared myself so bad, and then I caught myself. I was like, you're scaring yourself with a scenario that is not even real. Oh, I sure am. You almost got me, ego, but not quite. It does this all the time. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to go along with it. If we go into the ground of all reality, the truth, we'll see, oh, well, that's not real. You start to understand what's real and what's not real. It's not real. When your mind is making up all this shit, that's not real. Okay? Dive. Yes. Meditation. Get your mind still. As still as you can make it. And here's a trick on how to still your mind. Breathe. Probably, if you focus on your breath, you probably are not thinking as much. Because when I was first doing this, oh my God, I was thinking so much. I was thinking. My mind, I'm an air sign. So my mind used to go 50,000 miles a minute. Now they say the average person has 80,000 thoughts a day. How about if you only had 40,000? That would be wonderful. How about if you only had 20,000? Great. How about if you only had a thought when you needed to? You don't need to keep thinking to survive. You don't need to be thinking all the time. You don't need thoughts all the time. What if you only had a thought when you wanted to have a thought? And otherwise than that, your mind was simply clear and open. And people think that's boring. No, it's not. It's actually very enlivening. Because you see that there's a freedom to it, and that you've been freed from this incessant, insane chatter of an ego mind that don't know shit. And it's like, wow, I'm in another dimension. Yeah, there's the most enormous dimension is beyond thought. That's why we want to meditate. Okay, family? I pray this is supportive. That's why you meditate. If you don't know how to meditate, it's like anything else. We didn't know how to do anything when we were born here, did we? We didn't know how to tie our shoes. You learn to do that. You aced it We didn't know how to brush our teeth. You aced it. You didn't know how to walk. You aced that. You didn't know how to feed yourself. You aced it. You didn't know how to put on your clothes. You aced it. I mean, we didn't know anything when we were born. And you learned it. And you can do the same with this. Yay! No different. Now, let's look at the Chariot in our other 4 decks. We're working with 5 decks in this challenge. So first, we have the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is my be-all, end-all. I go here first, love it, learned on this, recommend learning on this. If you have no other deck, get the Rider-Waite-Smith. And I actually like the Rider-Waite-Smith Radiant because the colors are really bright and beautiful. Radiant Rider-Waite is my favorite deck in the entire universe. Go to ValerieLove.com, click on books, and you're going to see my recommendations on my Amazon influencers page, okay? And pick it all up from there. That supports the ministry as well. I call this a ministry, even though we're not a 501c3. I call it a ministry because this is about supporting people in their freedom. I'm here for your freedom, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. Let's be free together. Here is the Chariot in the Gilded Tarot. Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. Do you love this? There's a Chariot. Look at that. We have a silver and gold. And the Chariot is actually a woman. So I'm not sure how well you can see that. And we do have the star and the 7. The star is a nod to astrology. And the period that we're in right now is a very powerful, spiritually powerful, charged time. Because tonight we have the full moon in Pisces. Pisces. In Kabbalah, Pisces is the most spiritual of all signs because it is the end of the zodiac, the end of the procession of the constellations. It is the collector of all that spiritual energy. Jesus was Pisces, Moses was Pisces. Now, if we look at her, we see that she almost has, this one reminds me a little bit of Jezebel. Yes, the full moon is tomorrow. So Queen Bee, when I say tonight, it happens at 12:01, 12:03, 12:00 something a.m. So I'll be in my circle tonight, welcoming the full moon, doing my full moon rituals that I do, doing a full moon ritual. And please, please, please honor the full moon in the way that is most heartful and aligned for you. Yes? She reminds me a little, you're welcome. She reminds me a little bit of Jezebel with her attitude. It's funny, and she's wearing purple. She looks magnificent. So that's the Gilded Tarot. Let's go to the Spellcaster's Tarot. Oh, you're spicy. Okay. Okay. Spellcaster's Tarot. Here's the back of the card, denoting the 4 signs or the 4 suits. She's not looking straight. That's right, Queen. And I always felt like she was like a Jezebel character because she looks sort of belligerent, like whatever. Like total confidence, bordering on arrogance. I sort of get that from her. When you look at her. Yeah, I never really was able to quite connect with this Chariot. It's just my own personal consciousness, but you make of it what you make of it, right? But you did notice that, Queen Bee. Now this Chariot I love. Once again, Spellcaster's Tarot. Are you seeing the Chariot? It has a lotus. First of all, it's over the globe. It's in the sky. Do you notice that it has shooting stars? There is a lotus on the Chariot with no human and a horse drawing the Chariot and shooting stars. 7 shooting stars for number 7 because 7 is the Chariot. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shooting stars. with the lotus. Wow, it's in the consciousness, isn't it? You know what else this made me think of when I looked at it? Maybe because I'm a Christian witch and I look at a lot of things from the Bible perspective. It reminded me of Ezekiel, and it reminded me of Elijah. So Elijah and Elisha. So Ezekiel also saw a chariot, but his chariot was the chariot of the divine presence, right? Elijah was taken to heaven on a chariot. Do we remember this story? So Elijah, this straight made me go to Elijah and Ezekiel. So Elijah, who is a prophet, as we know, Elijah, an incredible prophet, incredible magician, as far as I'm concerned, right? Moving energy. Could shut up the heavens, make it rain, not make it rain, right? Elijah could raise the dead, all of it. Heal sick people, all of it. Elijah knew that he was about to transcend because he could feel that God was calling his spirit heavenward. So let's look at the story. So Elijah wanted to kind of get away from Elisha. Elisha was Elijah's sort of mentee, his protege. And Elijah and Elisha had been together for a long time, just like Moses and Joshua, right? Because God always sends like this younger protege at the right time to take the mantle, right? So Elijah was kind of wanting to get away from Elisha a little bit because he knew that he was going to lift up. But Elisha was such a loyal companion to Elijah that he wouldn't leave Elijah. So Elijah was going to the river. And so he's going to the river. He's like, I know I'm going to be taken up. So he tells Elisha, stay here with the other prophets. You know, there were prophets, groups of prophets, and they would travel. You know, people were traveling on foot and whatnot. They would have places that they could stay in certain lands and whatnot, right? So he would be traveling through the countryside or whatever, right? And they had their camps, you know, and there were a lot of prophets there, and they saw him coming. They would welcome him in, food, feed him, put him in a place to stay and all of that, right? Well, he came up on one of these settlements and he said, hey, stay here. I'm just going to go on a little bit further. Elijah was like, no, I'm going with you. Okay. He gets to the next town. They're going because Elijah knows what's about to happen. He's like, I'm about to be out of here. Okay. And he goes to the next town and, you know, they're all eating. And Elijah's like, okay, well, I'm going to go on. And he tells Elijah, stay here. No, I'm coming with you. Like, okay. He can't get rid of him. So they get to the river. He does this like 3 times, trying to get rid of him. He won't go. So beautiful. So they get to the river. And Elijah turns around and tells Elijah, okay, I have to tell you the truth. I'm about to go up. I'm about to be out. God called me home. I'm going. Is there anything I can do for you? Oh my goodness, you're going. Oh, wow. You're going. Okay. Is there anything I can do for you before I go? Got any last requests? I mean, a healing or something, raise somebody from the dead. I don't know. What do you want? Right? Anything you need before, because I'm about to be out of here. Yeah, there's something I want. Okay, well, name it. What is it? You know, what? Long life? What? Youth forever? Man, them Bible stories will curl your hair. You will not need rollers anymore. Just read the Bible. So you read the Bible. You look in the mirror. Your hair was straight before you started. Read the Bible. Look up. Your hair had all curled straight up. Okay. So Elijah, he thinks for a second. He's like, there is something I want. He said, well, what is it? He said, I want what you have double. Like all that stuff I saw you doing all these years. Yeah, I want that double. Your anointing double. And Elijah was like, well, okay. Who would you have to be to even ask for something like that? who would you even have to be in consciousness when a great like Elijah could raise somebody maybe from the dead that you loved? A great asks you, what do you want? Name it. And that's what you ask for. I want your anointing. Right? Okay. Jezebel wins no matter what, right? Well, Elijah said, okay, what you ask is not mine to give. This is up to God. So I can't say yes or no to the request. I'll tell you what, I'm about to go up. If you see me going up, the answer is yes, because we work on signs, right? All the prophets, all the magicians of the Bible, all of us who are magical, we work on signs and portents and symbols. That's why we're studying the tarot, right? Because you're going to see these signs in your life. So he gave him a sign. He said, if you see me go up, you know you got your request. But if you don't, you didn't. Elijah said, fine. Elijah takes off his cloak, the very magical cloak. He hits the river with his cloak. The river parts and opens. We thought Moses was the only one who could open a river. Once again, we have this river analogy, this river. By the way, I'm just noticing something on the chariot. This is very fascinating. Do you see the river there behind the chariot? Apparently, he came over a moat. I never saw that before. I've been looking at this card for I don't know how many years. Apparently, this is a moat, and he came over a river. Okay, so here's the river. This could very well be Elijah. I'm now seeing Elijah all over this card. So, what happens? He hits the river with the cloak. The river opens. They cross. Elijah is now ready to ascend, right? By God's ascension. Elijah is ascending by a chariot. Okay? A chariot of fire. And Elijah gets on a chariot and he begins to ascend. Now, when he ascends, his cloak falls back to Elisha, and Elisha saw the whole thing. So Elijah got double the anointing. Gotta ask what to know. You gotta know what to ask for. Gotta know what to ask for. I keep telling people, stop asking for money. What if you were asking for what if you could ask for, I don't know, $100,000, $1 million, whatever, name a number that you want right now. Or you could ask for a money-making machine. Which one would you ask for? People keep asking for money. Stop asking for money. Ask for the consciousness that creates money at will. Isn't that better? And the consciousness that creates money at will is simply a God consciousness of abundance that creates anything and everything that it requires at will. Instantaneous manifestation, Elijah, Elisha, Moses, Christ, all of them. That's why they didn't need money. That's why they could walk around with no money and get anything and everything at any moment. Well, it is said that Enoch was translated. He did not die. Elijah did not die. He was translated also. Enoch was translated by the word of God. Elijah was translated by a chariot of fire. On the Kabbalistic tree of life, Enoch sits at the top as the archangel of Keter, also known, he is Metatron. That's Enoch. He sits at the top of the Kabbalistic tree of life. He is the angel of the sphere known as Keter, the top of the tree of life. And Elijah is the archangel of Malkuth, the 10th sphere of the tree of life. He is now Sandalphon. There's a lot going on with this chariot card, that is for sure. Let's go to the Feng Shui Tarot. Here is the Chariot in Feng Shui, a white horse. And you really get movement on this chariot, don't you? It's a red chariot, fire, and a white horse, purity, holiness. This almost looks like the chariot of fire, of which Elijah, and he's by a river. Look at the water. All right? This is movement. And not just movement in any direction, knowing where you're going, ascending, and the victory of overcoming. Lastly, let's go to the Morgan Greer. And here, the Morgan Greer Tarot. Once again, we have the star on his head. But I love that this is a clear pentagram, not a pentacola. Pentacola is encircled, it's a 5-pointed star encircled with a circle. Pentagram is a 5-pointed star, and he has the moon on his shoulders. He has the scepter there, and he has, once again, the black and the white horse, which almost look a little bit like the way the chariot gold is here. It almost looks like a unicorn horn on both the black and the white horse. Bring together, and you see he has them both chained. And they were going in opposite directions, but somehow he gets his duality to go one forward, all in alignment. That's it for the chariot today. Victory. Over this weekend, please reflect on what we've talked about thus far. Look at what it has to do with your money. Look at, do you have an air of victory about your money, or do you have an air of defeat about your money? Do you have an air of victory about your income and your businesses and the way that you bring in funds? Do you have an air of victory about your investments and that they're working perfectly for you and that everything is working perfectly for you in this whole universe and that you're confident and you're certain in that and you're moving powerfully forward? See, the chariot is about movement. Victory. I love you. I love you. I love you. Visit me online at ValerieLove.com. We now have registration open for the Sedona retreat. Oh my God. And it will sell out because we're limiting how many people are coming. And we have the incredible Nicole Jackson, the Qigong master, who will be joining us as she joined us last year at the Sedona retreat. Oh my God. So by all means, ValerieLove.com. Come with us. October will be in Bali. Your book in 5 days. Last time I'm teaching this retreat. I'm focusing on the mystery school and the mysteries of the universe. And teaching those highly excites me. Well, let me not say excites me, because excitement is just another form of fear. It intrigues me and I'm elated. So meet us in Sedona, meet us in Bali, and in January, we'll be in Dubai. I love you. Have a beautiful weekend. God bless you. Mwah. KAISI out. Peace. Oh, hugs. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Happy full